This channel is supported by Truefire. Truefire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses.
I'm someone who, when I'm playing live, I tend to like to use an amp. Even if I'm using modelling to go to front of house, on stage I like an amp. But I've not had a gig through the month of March, and it kind of got me thinking, because I kind of get messages sometimes asking about amp recommendations and all these sorts of things. And it's to the stage where I don't know if I wasn't gigging, whether I'd have these amps at all. Now for this intro, I'm using a Pro Reverb, which is a 40 watt black panel Fender amplifier from 1965. But the real kicker with it, that's on volume 2 basically, and it's still pretty loud. And I think a lot of people don't necessarily get the chance to turn amps up, you know, if it's a 40 watt clean amp, even to 2 like this. And do you really get the benefit of this sort of stuff? My deluxe reverb was with my buddy Jake Loosemore at the moment. Similar situation with that, to be honest. On 2 that's quite loud as well. Certainly with these Fender amps at home volumes, you're not getting anywhere near sort of edge of breakup. You're getting no breakup at all. It's a very clean thing. If you're looking for a clean pedal platform, these amps do it really well. But I think even a Princeton reverb at home volumes, you're going to struggle to get sort of like that edge of breakup tone and stuff like that. So the sort of question is, are you happy modelling? All these kinds of questions. And also I wanted to check out this, because this belongs to Anthony. This is a Cornell Romany. It's switchable. I think the max this could do is 10 watts, which is probably going to be pretty loud, but it can also do like less than 1 watt. So let's see what this sounds like. plugging into the Romany here, accepting that I think for a lot of people, so this is now that's already, oh wait, that was at 10 watts, so this is less than 1 watt. So now can I get, right, so the reverb, so I can actually get, if I take it down to less than 1 watt, let's take the EQ out. That is at least very, very home friendly. Kind of interesting. I do think it is a bit different. It kind of has like a real saggy quality to it. I don't know if you can hear that, but it doesn't just feel like playing, you know, a katana or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Okay, if I was to have that up at 10 watts, I'm going to guess this is going to be loud. Yeah, that's painfully loud. If I go to C, I don't know how many watts this is. So it actually sounds best for this kind of thing at like no watts. And that's kind of interesting. So if I take the volume way back, I'm going to guess my clean tones now are going to be quite tasty. 10 watts, this kind of amp is already loud. So let's put the EQ back in. I don't think this would be loud enough to gig with if you were looking for clean headroom. Although it would be in certain circumstances, but if it was like a 2-guitar gig. Okay, so that's get to 5. I've got a gritador here from Browne Amplification, so let's take this down. Looking for cleans here. Take it down and turn the volume up so it's more like edge of breakup-y. I tend to find is that these things don't then work so well with pedals if you don't have like the headroom. So it's kind of a... It's a thing where you want the amp to be running like with its full headroom if you're using an amp, and yet if you're not using a pedal, actually sometimes it kind of works better with like the less volume. I think there could be something to this idea of having like a smaller wattage amp at home in general. You know, something like a Princeton, something Tweedy like this. I don't know, but at the same time, I just don't think you get quite the same kind of full bottom end clean tone. You know, Fender Champs, for example, record incredibly well, but are they as gratifying to play at home when you're not getting the thumping like low end? And in which case would it be that different if you were just recording with a modeler or playing with studio monitors? That for me is how I'm mostly happy playing, is just guitar into HX Stomp or Fractal or Helix Native coming out through my studio monitors. That for me is basically where I live like for the last month whilst I'm not gigging. Do you need an amp anymore? I don't know. If I wasn't gigging, would I have one? Possibly not. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have you settled on like a great amp for home use? Is it a modelling one? Does it have tubes? Have you got suggestions like this Cornell Romany or a Champ or something like that that works really well for this sort of stuff? I'd love to know your thoughts. Cheers for stopping by.